Triple K4 is the downloads. And Triple K5F, I don't know, maybe you'll assist me to name these exhibits. Triple K5F, in brackets F.
That's correct.
Yes, what is that information? Is it yours?
It's not mine. It was, I did read it on the stage, but I didn't make use of it.
Under on page number 2 of exhibit Triple K4, the second line there, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. If you can see on the second line, the number, the first number on the first column on your left, it's 082 7044358. You see? First column.
Second line from the bottom.
Second line,
Second
yes.
line, yes, okay.
Yes, from the top, second line.
Yes,
Are you there?
that's correct.
And the second column, it says dialed.
That's correct.
And the number is 076170943.
That's good.
And
Yes,
the next column is Gogo Nzongo.
that's correct.
And it's time 8 August 2014. You see?
That's correct.
And then the time is 10:02:02 AMT UTC device.
That's correct.
0000 device. I don't know what is that.
There was no answer.
There was no
Didn't
answer.
speak.
And then if you go to exhibit Triple K5 in brackets F, the first page, the call type is dialed. Telephone number 0769170943.
That's correct, but like I mentioned last week in the court, I only want to testify on the documents I worked on.
Yes, you are the witness of this court. You are not going to choose which part of the questions you are going to answer. This is the evidence emanating from your evidence, and I need clarity on that.
My
But
Lord,
if
then
you say you have no answer, there is no harm in doing that. Let me complete my questions before you say to my questions you have no answer or you do not want to answer.
My Lord, I can't answer or give any opinion on something I didn't work on.
Unfortunately, all these documents I'm talking about is the evidence of the state witnesses, and you are also a state witness. Can I just finish my question? Can I please? Can I finish my question?
You can finish it.
Okay. In these both documents, Kernel Triple K4 and Triple K5F, there is a number which is 0769170943, which is reflected on both documents, which is the downloads, and this Triple K5F, of which we don't know what is it. But what we see, which is the same there, it's the number that was used. You see that?
No comment, my Lord.
It says from the downloads, which is your exhibit, it says a cell phone belonging to, okay, let me just put it. The cell phone ending with 4358 received, or there was a transaction to the number 0769170943, which is stored as Gogo Nzonga on both documents, your downloads and the other one.
No comment, my Lord, because I can't tell the court that that is all the papers printed from the download.
The discrepancy that I want to bring it to the attention of this court is the time of the call on these two transactions. The call was made to the same numbers, but the time of the call, according to your exhibit Triple K4, is 10:02:02 a.m. Should I proceed?
You can proceed.
Okay. And then, according to exhibit Triple K5F, the time of the call is 10:57 6:07 a.m.
Like I already mentioned, my lord, I can't answer on this one. It's not my document. I didn't work on it. The court must take in consideration that this offence was committed in 2014. There was hundreds of investigation teams working on this. So I can't tell where this one is coming from. I can tell this one, I got it from our central database, and I got the section 205 from Vodacom, and I work on that.
But do you see that the download, that you know where it comes from, you know the source, it's reflecting the number which does not match with the time that is reflected on Exhibit K5F. It means these documents contain two different information on one cell phone, and it reflects different times of the calls that were made on these two cell phone numbers.
No comment, my lord. I can only comment on my evidence I handed into the court.
The reason why I'm showing you these discrepancies is because I want to show you the level of fabrication of evidence that we have committed in this document, which is Exhibit K4. It reflects the other time, and Exhibit K5F, it reflects another time. But it's both from the state witnesses, it's from the police.
I already mentioned, my lord, I work from the information I got from our central database, which I received from the investigation officer. And I can also add to this point now, if we're talking about fabrication, the number 202, which has been mentioned and been questioned the whole time. Remember, the crime was committed in 2014. The number 202 wasn't even in the picture at that time. We realized that number during 2020, while we were busy with investigation on this team, on our team. Okay. And we didn't just concentrate on Kelly Kumalo, we concentrate on the whole team, on the whole lot in the house and other suspects.
Okay, Colonel, no, thank you very much for that information.
Yeah, but don't mention the word fabrication, because the documents I receive, I work on as a true reflection, and I give my evidence according to that in court.
The reason, Colonel, I am saying you are fabricating is because you yourself inserted the information, especially on Exhibit K4.
In presence of an advocate.
Whether it was in front of the advocate, this information is not the true reflection of what is contained from Kelly Kumalo's cell phone until we receive it.
No comment, ma'am.
Thank you. And again, further, this document of yours, K4, contains information which is not the same with Exhibit K5F, which means there is a fabrication in Exhibit K4 of the addition of the times and manipulation of times reflected here, which are not reflected on other exhibits.
Can you tell the court that you got all the pages of the download with you? If I go through it quickly, it seems to me that it's not all the pages. You only got part of the download.
I just dealt with the exhibit that we have submitted before this court. This is the exhibit that you extracted, or that was extracted, even if it's not you, and submitted to us as exhibits. So I'm showing the discrepancies on this document to show and to prove that this is not the correct information that was retrieved from Kelly Kumalo's cell phone in these downloads.
My lord, I work on it as a true reflection which I received from the.
I want that cell phone for Kelly Kumalo to confirm it with these downloads of yours, if they are correct. Until we receive that cell phone, we won't accept this document, Exhibit K4, as the correct and truthful information that was contained in Kelly Kumalo's cell phone.
No comment, my lord.
Thank you. Let's move on, Colonel. I'm on page 62 of the same transcript record for the 27th of July, 2023.
Yes?
Yes, that sentence. During the cell phone download, the following has been picked up on the device event log, with the device boot up at 2014, October 2017 at 01:31:38 a.m. So that is in the early morning of just on the morning after the crime incident. that mean that the owner of the cell phone did delete everything on the phone or some information? And there. Do you see why I'm saying that you are repeating the evidence that you have already testified on the booting up of the cell phone? Am I correct? When you testified on the 27th of July, 2023.
That's correct.
Okay. Colonel, this is not correct. That the information, it means the owner of the cell phone we are talking about here is Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
No, I don't understand.
You don't understand? Okay. When you were testifying here,
Yes,
you were testifying about the cell phone of Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
that's correct.
And testifying that she rebooted the cell phone on the 27th of October 2014 at 1:38 a.m.
That's correct.
That's the, yes, yes. And you have just repeated that information now when we have been testifying for the second time.
That's correct.
Yes. My question is, okay, before I go to my questions, on the transcript record of 11 August 2023 under the evidence of Moshwana, I'll just read it for you, Colonel. August 2023, when Moshwana was testifying, on page 13, Mr. Sibanda, page 13, line number 15. I'll just read only this line. Mr. Moshwana said, a boot up, it is simple, a restart. And you are saying that can mean that the owner did delete everything on the phone. And I am saying to you, Colonel, the boot up of the cell phone does not delete any information from the cell phone. It's only about switching on and off of the cell phone.
Now, I can't agree with you. Okay. Even in one of my evidence exhibits, I handed into the court with the contact list exhibit KKK2 on the second page. You can see how many WhatsApp calls or names has been deleted. It's 8, 9, 11. So that proved to me that there was something done with the phone.
Okay. But you were able to retrieve the information from this cell phone which you say the information was deleted.
That's correct.
The reason why you were able to get information is because it was never deleted from this cell phone.
No, I can't agree.
Line number 8. Line number 8. It says, then the call type is also MTC, terminating call. In other words, she received a call, and the call was on the 15th of October 2014 at 17:33:57.
That's correct.
And now, you have said it was not a call, it was a, did you say it was a data or it was an internet communication?
You can call it both.
But here, when you were testifying, you were very adamant and you were clear that she received a call.
That's correct.
Then now, I want to get a clarity from you. What type of the transaction was it that you are referring to?
My Lord, like
if you are saying it's an internet, what type of the internet?
With the second call, she was using internet. With the first call, she was using BlackBerry Net because she changed handsets. That I already pointed out to the court. And here, I already mentioned and pointed out to the court that I didn't add the 2-hour rule, in which you declined to involve the cell phone download.
For now, I'm still asking about the transaction of the 15th October when you say it was the internet. Internet, Mr. Steyn, is very wide. It can be emails, it can be Twitter, it can be Facebook, It can be anything. I want you to tell this court with certainty, what type of the transaction did you find in your downloads or in your analyst that you refer to it as a transaction which was made via internet?
On the evidence of the section 205 of Vodacom, on that one exhibit we did hand it into the court, we clearly pointed out to the court that she was using data. And if you go to the download, in my spreadsheet 4, I think, you can see she made a WhatsApp call. And if you want to make a WhatsApp call, you're using data.
Okay, it was now a WhatsApp call. Is that your evidence?
What else is it?
Oh, okay. No, I just want to get clarity. If you are saying it was a WhatsApp call.
Which she was using data.
Oh, okay.
What else do you think it is?
Okay. You know what, Mr. Steyn? The fabrication of the evidence will not assist in this court because we need the truth. The WhatsApp call was not in operation during the period of October, during the period of 2014.
No, I can't agree.
WhatsApp call, there was no WhatsApp call during the year of 2014.
I can't agree, my lord.
Situation because we are the experts. Kelena.
If you call it a WhatsApp call, if you're using BlackBerry Net or if you're using internet, what is the difference?
No,
Remember that time, my lord, it was, we all started with BlackBerries. And then we go over to the phones we're using now. And when we start using these phones, the BlackBerry Net goes out.
Let's not confuse the record, Mr. Steyn. Let's not confuse the record because there are two transactions. The first one, you said it was transacted via BlackBerry.
That's correct.
Then I'm still there. I'm still coming there. I'm on this one, the transaction for the 15th of October, which you say it was via the internet. When I ask what type of internet communication, then you are saying it was a WhatsApp call.
Like I just mentioned to the court, what is the difference between it? If you might talk in my talking terms, it's the same thing. Rather, if you use BlackBerry Net, if you're using BlackBerry Net, you're also using data. You're not using airtime.
You know why we are confusing the two now? It's because of the fabrication.
My lord,
The type of the internet that was used, you said it was not a WhatsApp call. When I say WhatsApp call was not in operation in 2014, we are moving on to the BlackBerry BBM.
my lord, I no comment. Because
Thank
I
you.
already explained to
Thank
the best
you.
of my knowledge.
Thank you.
Because she doesn't
And-
want to understand. It's two different things we're talking about. And as long as she tries to keep the two separate, it's going to sound like we try to mislead the court or she tried to mislead me.
You are also misleading the court if you say it was a WhatsApp call because WhatsApp call was not in use at that particular time. But let's move on for the sake of progress.
Which time is
Mr.
that?
Steyn. Sorry, my lord.
Which time is that?
2014, my lord.
2014. There was no WhatsApp call.
My lord, if I mention the BlackBerry Net as a WhatsApp call,
Same
what is
thing.
it? It's the same thing.
Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah,
It's like an automatic vehicle and a gearbox vehicle.
that's correct.
I hear you. I hear you.
There was no WhatsApp call. WhatsApp call and BBM, those are the two different things. Unless you want me to call and
Didn't-
expect to teach you.
Didn't the one replace the other?
Those are two different programs.
Two different programs of which the one replaced the other.
BBM was used via the BlackBerry cell phone only. And WhatsApp call can be used on all the cell phones which are smartphones, which are smart cell phones.
I don't
And we are
agree.
confusing this court to say it's one and the same thing. BBM only, we can only access it on the BlackBerry. Mr. Colonel Steyn, Colonel, be a Colonel now.
I don't agree with you. You want to mislead the court.
Okay. For the sake of progress, can I move on?
Please.
You have said the second transaction, it was via the WhatsApp call. And that information which says it was via the WhatsApp call, it's new information which you have never testified about it before. You just said it was a call. And only after Ms. Vitilingan came and testified and denied this transaction, you're coming back to say it was a WhatsApp call. Any comment?
Yes, I can tell. I mentioned it as a call in the past.
You never mentioned it as a WhatsApp call.
Well, what is the difference?
There's a
call is
huge,
call.
there is a huge.
And I did mention data has been used.
Show me. Show me in your evidence. I'm referring you to the record. If I missed it, you can tell me that I missed it,
My
but
lord,
I'm receiving
not
it
gonna
as a
answer
call.
Because it's clearly that she's trying to mislead me or the court. I'm standing with my point. From the download, I can prove that the call has been made. If it's a WhatsApp call or a BBM or what you want to call it, there was a conversation or a transaction.
I'm also standing by my submission to say throughout the record, there is no way in you indicated that this transaction, this call, which was made on the 15th, was made via WhatsApp. Then let's move on to the second call.
My lord, now I don't understand anymore. So we're going to answer the same questions about the same thing again and again and again.
Don't worry, someone will understand this somewhere if you don't understand it. Secondly, the first call you said it was via the BBM. Am I correct?
I mentioned it's been made by BlackBerry Net.
And the BlackBerry net, I'm putting it to you, Colonel, now, so that we don't waste the court's time, will only function if both people are using the same device, which is BlackBerry. If you are not using BlackBerry, you will not be in a position to access the BBM net. Do you know that?
I don't know what kind of
Okay.
phone did he have that time, because we didn't have any section 205
Yes.
from him, so we can assume he did have a BlackBerry.
Angazi-ke umakhalekhukhwini awusebenzisayo ngaleso sikhathi sengayicabangela ngoba ke sasingenayo ke 205 sengayicabangela ukuthi wayesebenzisa naye ke iBlackberry.
Mr. Ntuli did not use BlackBerry, did not have BlackBerry. He couldn't afford it
That's
at that
according
time.
to you.
Yes. So how come will he be able to communicate with the person who was using the BlackBerry, according to your evidence, if he did not have the BlackBerry phone?
Like I mentioned to the court, I got no record of him. I only mentioned what I got on the section 205 of Vodacom. And if there's a call or transaction to that phone, then we assume that both of them were in the position of the correct handset, which allows them to make the call.
Therefore, I'm telling you that that was not possible.
That's your opinion.
That is not true, what you are testifying in this court.
That's your opinion.
There was no way Ms. Kelly Kumalo could have communicated via BlackBerry net with someone who did not possess the BlackBerry phone. It means your evidence is not true and correct. It's false beyond reasonable doubt. Any comment?
No comment because I can't testify on something I don't have in front of me.
You don't have to have it. You don't have to have those cell phones now in front of you. This is the evidence you are supposed to possess. In terms of your rank, you have insisted that you want to be referred as Colonel here. And Colonel is a senior person in the SAPS who knows the information I'm talking about. Even a reservist constable, if I can call him here, he will confirm that the BlackBerry net, you'll only use it if you have two cell phones, if you have two BlackBerry phones.
My lord, I'm not going to take it that she's going to take me on in person. I'm a colonel in the police. I got more than enough experience and education to show to her that there was a transaction. And I got a transaction proof that it's coming from a download. And if it's been made on a download, definitely both parties must have the same tool to make that transaction.
Enginako ke mina ke kuya ku download ke ukuthi ngempela kwaba khona ke ukuxhumana kwaba khona ke futhi ke ngokwalokho ke ukuthi ke kwenzeke leyo transaction leyo kufanele ukuthi bobabili ke babe nomakhalekhukhwini owodwa noma ke ofanayo.
Yeah. That's why I'm proving to you that what we are saying is not correct. It's not the true information, that the transaction was made via the BlackBerry net.
No, I don't agree with you. I can prove to you on page 1766 BlackBerry Net, and if you go to the next one, then you will see that it is internet being used. So I don't agree with you.
Angivumelani ke nawe ngoba lana ke kuyana ku page 1766 ibhaliwe ukuthi BlackBerry net bese kulandelayo ke kuyabhala internet. Angivumelani ke nawe.
You move to BlackBerry Net when it suits you. You move to WhatsApp call when it suits you. That's all fabrication, Colonel.
I don't agree with you.